Hello guys, Solitaire Gamer here, and today I'll be reviewing The Familiar of Zero Season 1. I have a lot of history of this anime series. Back in 2011, I started to really get into anime, and The Familiar of Zero was one of my first horror anime series that I watched. That was the beginning of my dislike of Tsundere characters. This is anime that started it all. I rewatched it many years later, and Louise is just as terrible as I remember her to be. In this anime, the main character Saito gets summoned to a different world because a mage named Louise summoned him here. She definitely did not expect to summon him. She expected a powerful familiar. With no choice but to live as her familiar, Saito adjusts to life in this fantasy world and learns to fight for Louise's sake. Everyone looks down on Louise because of her failure in making magical spells, but with Saito's help, Louise starts getting respect as a mage. This is one of those anime series where one character ruins the entire anime. It doesn't happen often, but it happened here. Louise is one of the worst Tsundere characters out there. From what I've seen on Reddit, and from what I've seen on anime forums, she is the most hated Tsundere by far. She whips Saito constantly and causes him pain. She yells at him every chance she gets and calls him a dog. Even though Saito had no choice but to leave his old world, because of her, she doesn't care at all. It's all about her issues. Some people argue that she's nice once in a while, but that doesn't make up for abusing him most of the time. She even makes him starve at times because she gets upset at every little thing. There isn't anything funny about that. She was so irritating to watch, and I just want to finish the anime as quickly as possible so that I never have to hear her voice again. And because she's the main female character, of course, Saito's going to stay by her side and love her. No other female character stands a chance, even though this is a horror anime series. This just ruins the enjoyment of a horror anime series. Not much competition. And before anyone says that she allowed him to return to his home at the end of the series, she was not like that early on. She didn't care one bit about his situation. She wanted him to stay there and force him to stay there. Only at the very end did she say, okay, you can go home. The fights were boring to watch in this anime series, just generic magical spells and sword attacks. Not much strategy to fights either. Saito wins often at the last moment because of his love for Louise. The plot isn't that good in this anime series. There are several episodic episodes that didn't add much to the plot. Even when there was plot, it was just Saito trying to save Siesta at one point, but then he needs to be bailed out by his friends. They save the day, not him. When the plot finally really develops, the main conflict is a villain trying to steal Louise away from Saito and get her to marry him. It was just NTR drama. I really hate this cliche drama. It's just lazy writing. Basically, the writer is trying to make the viewers upset and angry at this villain, and then when the hero beats the villain, they'll get so much satisfaction from seeing it. It is a lazy attempt at emotional manipulation. Rather than spend some time to think up of a good drama scenario, they use cliche drama that has been used often, over and over. There's also the drama of should Saito go back to his home and leave Louise. That drama didn't have much of an effect on me because I don't care about the romance between Louise and Saito. I really hate Louise. There is also a storyline of countries trying to use each other for their own benefits, which was okay to watch, but certainly doesn't make up for how terrible of a character Louise is and the NTR drama. I had mixed feelings about the characters. I hate the two main characters that got the most screen time. You know why I hate Louise, but I also didn't like Saito because he is a boring generic main character that lets Louise step all over him. Siesta was a very kind and entertaining female character to watch. Henrietta was an amusing character that showed a lot of personality as princess. Guiche had a very funny personality, and his interactions with Saito were hilarious to watch. I really liked Kuroshige. She was that girl that kept trying to seduce Saito. She was pretty hot. I'm not a fan of the opening or ending song. The music throughout the anime was not that great in Season 1. I'm just talking about Season 1, by the way, not the other seasons. The animation style looked good for an old anime series. The animation looked decent. This was just horrible as a horror anime series. It's obvious who Saito will end up with right away. There aren't any great fan service scenes because Saito either runs away or gets interrupted. Louise is an unbearable Tsundere character. So obviously, skip this anime. Don't make yourself watch this horrible anime series. I give this anime a 2 out of 10. Even with that low score, there's an anime even worse than this. I'll be reviewing that anime in a week or so. So that's all I wanted to talk about for today. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day or night wherever you are. And please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. And please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.